All right, morning, great falls. Today we want to look at science and technology. Science and technology. Our topic today is safety precautions. Safety precautions. We remember last time we talked about electricity, how useful electricity is to us, where we get it from, how it comes in different forms, and then we also looked at dangers of electricity. As much as we are saying it is our good master, but also it is a bad servant, especially when it is used unwisely. So we mentioned how electricity is dangerous. You remember where we talked about cables when they are bare. If you use bare wires, naked wires on electric cables, that one we said it was a danger. Also, children using electricity because they don't know how to use electricity wisely. Also, when your hands are wet, you cook, you'll be shocked. Those were the dangers which we looked at when we were talking about electricity. And also, when you are fixing appliances, you mustn't fix appliance when the sockets are on. They should be switched off. Also, when you are charging special chargers, I even gave you the example of this charger that most of us leave our sockets on when we, after charging our phones, we don't switch them off. And then now when it is time to charge again your phone, you just go to the socket, just put the charger on before switching. That is dangerous. You may be shocked. Plugging, yes, is even plugging in the sockets. We talked about that as a danger. And now I want to look at safety. Also, we said children playing near power lines and electric substations, all those were dangers. Also, when you overload the socket, you find that there is this, in the socket, you put this plug, you plug that. Same socket, there is a plug of TV, there is a plug of the fridge, there is the plug of the stove, there is the plug of chargers, laptops, everything is charged in one socket. That is dangerous. You are overloading the whole socket. All right. Having said that, today we want to look at safety precautions, how we could avoid these dangers. Okay. Right, we want to look at switching on electricity. That is number one. Safety, let us look at safety number one, which is switching on electricity. Switching on electricity. Right, we find that in our plugs, most of our plugs, we've got a switch which shows the on and the off part. Some of the switches, when you are using them, when you are not using the switch, you switch on the on part, and then also if you are not using it, the off part. So you should always know which one is the on and the off part, especially even with the stoves in the kitchen. You may leave when you think you are switching off, you leave it as switching on. If you want to use an electric gadget, such as a radio, a television, a refrigerator, or a computer, you know that you insert a plug. That plug should be inserted carefully into the socket. The socket is this one, which is on the wall, which brings the electricity. Who is this one lifting his hand? Who is that one? Yes? Can you, what is it? Can you unmute? Unmute? And I can't even see you clearly. Can you unmute? Dominic, what is it?
What about when we have a new house? What will happen if you turn the switch off and on?
All right. Now, what I want you to do, please listen carefully as I explain. I will give you time to ask questions. Is it okay? That is a very good question, Dominic. But first of all, you all listen while I explain everything. If you have got a question, just write it down on a piece of paper. Then I am going to give you the time to ask questions so that as we learn, we don't stop and disrupt the lesson. That is a very good question. Please, those who have got questions, write them down on a piece of paper and then listen as I teach and explain. Then there will be time when I will ask, I will let you ask questions. All right. We'll come to your question. Let us move on. Right. As I said, you should also make sure the switch on the socket is off before you insert the plug. As I explained that the switch on the socket has got the on and off plug. There on the plug, there is a certain area where it is written off and on. So before you put on your plug, make sure that that switch is on the off. Make sure the switch on the socket is off before you insert the plug. Carefully push the plug into the wall socket. Switch on at the socket. After that, switch on the electronic gadget or device. That is precaution number 1. When you are plugging whatever you have to plug, make sure that the socket is on the off position. Then you plug whatever you want to plug. Then when you want to use it, go and push in the on, push in the on part on the socket. Right. Again, number 2, I want you to listen very careful to this precaution. Number 2, dry your hands before using any electrical appliance. Dry your hands. Any electrical appliance, dry your hands. Electrical appliances should not be positioned near a water source or a place that is usually kept wet. We saw there where when somebody was cooking barefoot, then you find that you'll be shocked. Don't cook with your hands wet, dry them. Be it cooking, be it plugging, make sure that the plug and the socket doesn't be in a position where there is water. And also, wherever there is electricity, make sure there is no water near those places. Number 3, children should not be permitted to play near power lines or electric substations. We know children, where there are power lines outside, they may kick their ball and then the ball may hit the electric wire and it can come down. Then you can see the sparks of fire. That place can catch fire there and there. They could also be in that fire, they could be burned. Also, you know, even you are part of those children. You make your kites, they fly. Those kites fly. They may fly up where there are electrical wires and then they hook the wires. You want to bring back your kite. You are making the fire spark. It will fall and then you could be in danger. Okay. Also, put up danger warning signs and educate people, particularly children, about the dangers of electricity. Put up danger warning signs. There are danger warning signs like this one. Let's look at this one. These should be put wherever there is danger, wherever there are wires, wherever you don't want people to be hurt, put up danger warning signs. Okay, that is another one. Never touch or go near a power line on the ground. Where there is a power line, don't touch and go near. Never touch or go near a power line on the ground. Also, as I said, avoid overloading the electric circuits with too many electric appliances. Avoid overloading those. And then never insert wires on sharp objects into sockets which they are there. You find people, they want to plug. The plug doesn't get inside the socket. You take a knife and try to open so that this plug goes in. That is a danger. Never put sharp objects to open a socket. Especially we have seen those sockets with 3 pins. Usually the first pin, the one which is at the top, should go in. You find that it doesn't go in. You take a knife, you take a spoon, sharp object to try and open. Don't do that, because that will make danger, that will be dangerous. Right. And also make sure that wall sockets are switched off if appliances are not being used. The sockets especially, I am also one of the person who forgets where I charge my phone. The socket there is in on, and then I charge my phone. After charging the phone, you just take off the phone when it is still on. Please put it off and then you plug, then you put it on. All right. Always unplug appliances before cleaning them. Only plug them when they are dry and are being used. Make sure you clean them and then make sure there is no water. Whatever material you are using, no water. Electricity comes from water, but now when it is in use, it doesn't want to be in where there is water. Now I don't know why. So please, no water. Okay. And also children should not climb pylons. These, they should not climb pylons. Children should not climb pylons. Okay? Where electric power lines are connected. There, where there are power lines. Children should not climb. Avoid touching or playing in areas with a danger warning sign. Where there is this sign, just go away. Don't be there. Avoid playing here. Right. These are danger warning signs which we have talked about. I have given you more than 10 danger warning signs. Right. Now, I want you to, if you have got a question now, can you now raise your hand, unmute, and say the question? Dominic, you had a question. What was it? Right, ask your question now, Dominic, unmute.
My question was, well, when you have a new house when you don't know where is the on and off plug, what do you do?
Right. Who can answer him? You all heard his question. He says, when you've got a new house, the house is not old, so that how do you know where the on and the off in a socket is? Who can answer? Dominic wants to try. Who wants to try? We've got Bethel there. Unmute Bethel and answer Dominic.
You can ask those people who have made the sockets that which one is the on and off.
Bethel says you can ask those people, but now Bethel, those people are not there. You are in the house. She's saying you can ask someone else. Very good. Nicholas, unmute and tell us.
You don't touch.
You don't touch, but you have to switch on. You have to switch on your TV. You have to switch on your radio. You cannot just stay. You have to switch on the lights. How do you do that? Yes, Bethel? Unmute, Bethel. We cannot hear you.
You can try switching on and switching off so that you can know which one is the switching on and which one is the switching off.
Yes, yes, very good. Can you hear that, Dominic? You find that
Yes.
there are some switches which are not written, but in most cases they are written. They as an on and there is an off, it's written there. But in a case whereby the plug, the switch is there, it is not written. As long as your hands are dry, there is no problem in trying. Try to switch it using the top one. You find that, oh, if I press the top one going on the top, it doesn't, it remains dark. If I press going down, it lights. So by so doing, you know that. So much that when you go there, you know exactly what you are going to do. Dominic, have you heard? Try
Yes.
and then see if it is not written. Very good. That was a very good question. Right. Yes, Poitumelo.
I ask you another question.
Teacher, is it dangerous if I leave my charger outside where there's the sun and I take it and I plug it?
Where there is the sun.
Yes, ma'am.
No, here I think it is dangerous for you to take it and put it in a plug. You put it in a plug which is already on. If the plug is off and then after plugging you put it on, there is no problem. I don't think there is any problem or at all where it was left outside, because also sun has this heat. I have never experienced that. The only problem is to put it on the socket which is already on without it. First of all, make sure the socket is off. Put your plug there, put it on, it's going to work. Yes, another one. Is there anyone with another question? Anyone? Yes, Dominic?
What about when you see a loose wire or on the switch where when you're charging your phone? When you see a loose wire when you're charging your phone?
Anyone to answer him? There's loose wire. Now you want to charge. Here is the wire here. But somewhere it is loose. What are you going to do? Ashanti, unplug and tell us.
No, on the plug.
Oh, he's saying on the plug. There is loose wire on the plug. Ashanti, can you please tell us and mute?
You tell an adult.
But what are you going to do yourself? You plug in before you tell an adult. What do you do? What do you? Yes.
You don't touch it.
Yes. The best thing, you want to charge, and as long as the socket, on the socket, it is on the off, there is no problem. The problem is with you when you leave it on and now you have put your charger. If you have put your charger on the socket which is still on off, before switching it on, there is no problem. Nothing is going to happen. So if you realize there is loose bare wire, leave it or take it off your charger. Go and tell an adult. That is very good. The thing here is it's your socket on, but if it's off, no problem. Right. Can somebody give me, I have given you the safety precaution, one safety precaution each. Poitumelo, we start with you. Everyone will give me one. Don't repeat the one which has been said. Poitumelo, number one.
Children should not play with electrical wires.
Yes. Luyanda, children, we have heard of children. Luyanda, unmute quickly. Tell us.
Never touch or go near a power line.
Never
touch or go near power lines.
Yes, where there is power line. Vanessa, yours, Vanessa. I gave you more than 11. Tell us precaution.
We must dry our hands
when
we are.
Yes, very good, brave. Dry your hands, brave. Unmute, brave. We cannot hear you. No, children should not play in the pylons. Yes, Dominic?
Children should not climb the pylon.
We have heard that, Dominic. Andile? Unmute, Andile. Yeah?
Avoid overloading electrical sockets.
Avoid what?
Overloading electrical
Very
sockets.
good, very good, very good. Andile, avoid overloading an electrical socket. Yes, Uriel. Unmute Uriel and tell us.
Avoiding plugging your charger while the socket is on.
Very good, very good. Don't plug when the socket is on. Nicholas, unmute Nicholas and tell us.
Children, they must not play with naked wires.
Everybody else mustn't touch naked wires. Yes. Tanaka, quickly. Tanaka, unmute and tell us.
Wet hands.
What about wet hands? Tanaka?
When you have wet hands, you must not touch electric wires.
Very good, very good. Vanessa, you have now moved there. Bethel.
Put danger warning signs and educate people about.
Yes. Yes. Put danger warning sign, educate people about electrical wires. Very good. Yes, Ashanti.
You should switch off sockets before you put your charger.
Yes, they should be off. Very good. Tino Tenda. Tino. Tino Tenda. Can you hear me, Tino? Is Tino Tenda here? Tino, can you hear me? Tino Tenda.